I was looking at the stats the other day. You assisted on the first goal of the season and the last goal of the season with Adam and Nick. Just looking at that line, the three of you were pretty much together wire to wire. Can you talk about your line, what you guys had, how you clicked, and how much that brought the season together for all three of you?
Yeah, we talked about it before the last couple of games, and we've never had a year where we've been on the same line the whole year. Usually things get switched up, you start to lose some chemistry with some guys and get comfortable with other guys. So everything's always changing, but to stay with those guys the whole year, it was nice. You get really comfortable with two guys and you get along really well off the ice. We just had a good energy about us, and even sitting with them in the dressing room, you get to know them on like a really personal level, and I think that helps when you play together. So it was nice to have that chemistry all year, and I think that was a huge part of all three of our success this year.
I don't know if you're the type of guy who sets goals at the beginning of the season or has, tries to reach certain marks, but obviously you're the leading rookie, lead scoring rookie. Was that something that you considered was a possibility as you started the season? And how do you reflect on hitting that mark?
Yeah, it was nice. I've never really been a guy that looks too much into the points. I just try and put my best foot forward every time I'm out there. If you're putting up points, then it's just a bonus. But I thought I did a lot of things right. I thought my teammates did a great job of helping me succeed. And, like I played a lot. I had some power play time, and I knew the points were going to come at some point. And I had some stretches there where I went a little cold, and then I had some stretches where everything was going in for me. So it was a goal at the beginning of the year to be up there around point per game. I try to hold myself to a standard like that, and with the amount that I was playing and the opportunity I was getting, I thought it was definitely possible.
Let's go over to Patrick.
Yes, Riley. Those cold spots you mentioned, what were you able to do or figure out that helped you to kind of get over that hump and get back on track?
It was just going back to the basics. I'd call my parents. They'd give me a little bit of confidence. My brothers would tell me just keep doing what I'm doing. They just let me know how proud they are, and kept my confidence up. And that was a huge thing for me to hear from them and get their opinion on everything. But when you get into a cold streak, you just got to kind of forget about it, show up the next day, keep doing what you're doing because it's worked in the past, and eventually bounces are going to go your way, and stuff will end up going your way. So that was just a big thing for me is staying in the moment.
And then with your line, from your standpoint, what were the components of each player that they brought to the line that made that whole line work?
Well, I think Babs was a big guy. He would kind of separate guys from the puck, and then try and get the puck to me and Mash, and he would be able to free up a lot of room on the ice for us with his speed and with his size. So, and then Mash is just very high skilled player. When he's got that time and space, he's going to make the right play, and he's going to get his shots off, and he's going to make his passes. So, and then I just tried to bring an element of speed as well, and creativity. I think we are comfortable being creative with each other, and we are comfortable making a mistake with the guys next to us because we knew that they were going to help you out and they were going to pick you up afterwards. So just we all brought different things to the table, but at the same time it just clicked. And from game one all the way through, I thought we really clicked.
Thank you.
Send it to Saad.
Hey, Riley. This is Saad. I cover the Stars for The Athletic. I don't think we've had the pleasure yet. But I was just wondering, at any point this season with the way that your season was going, did you think that a call-up to Dallas was a possibility? Was there any of those conversations?
I always thought it was a possibility. I thought I was playing well. With them right on the bubble like they were almost the whole year, fighting for a playoff spot, it was a tougher lineup to get into. But I think I did everything I could to get the nod. I had lot of conversations with my agent, and talked to Jim a lot, and I talked to Scott White a lot, and they just said keep working hard, keep moving forward, and eventually I'm gonna get there and get the opportunity. So it's unfortunate that it wasn't this year, but I know I'm close, and I'm working towards it.
Obviously, like that's the end goal. Obviously, to be in the NHL. When you look at that, just have you had? I know Ty was down there, Camano, those guys. Have you gotten any insight as to what that jump is like from the AHL to NHL?
Yeah, I've seen it. Even from camp to camp, it's huge. Everyone's bigger, faster, stronger. It's just a whole different element. It's a different game up there, but I think I'm ready for it. I think I definitely need to get stronger and put on some more weight and touch up a lot of parts of my game. But that's what I'm going to use this off season for. Keep building my game, and hopefully I get an opportunity next year.
Let's go over to Matt DeFranks.
Hey, Riley, you just mentioned putting on a little bit of weight. What is kind of your end goal this summer? I know Pevs has talked to you about that before. What are you trying to get to?
The magic number right now for me is somewhere in the 175 range, 175 to 180 range. And I think it's doable in the time that I have. Obviously, I'm not going to be dirty bulking and eating a bunch of junk food and fast food, but I have to do it a healthy way, the right way. But I'm going to be talking to nutritionists and keeping in touch with Pevs and JJ and everyone in the organization to make sure we're doing this the right way. So it's always been a goal for me. It's a little tougher. I've been battling a little stomach thing for a year now. So still finding what works for me, and everyone's different, but I'm gonna fill out eventually, and I'm gonna put on that weight, and everything's gonna be all good.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard about your size many times during your career, but that clearly hasn't stopped you being productive. What is it about your game that you think translates well to different levels as well?
I don't know. I think I just work really hard. I feel like I'm always going. I'm always thinking the game out really, really well. So it's just a willingness to compete, a willingness to win. I think I'm able to bring that. I've always been told that I'm a little more of a gamer, and I just, I'm gonna show up and I want to win all the time, and I think that's a key component of my game that you can't really teach a lot of that stuff. So just always wanting to win, always wanting to get better. I think that translates really well to any level.
Taylor?
Hi, Riley. What do you think was the biggest advantage of having an AHL season under your belt this early in your career?
I think it was great, especially a shortened season, a lot of games, and like a lot of time to like get to know the guys. And with all the COVID and being able to be with a really tight group this year was something I've never really had before. So as a younger guy, even with the taxi squad, it gave me more of an opportunity with 6 or 7 guys up there. So to be able to do that, get my minutes and get my opportunity, I think was huge.
Excellent. Thank you.
Riley, kind of what you mentioned about the taxi squad, did it change your approach at all going into the season and having some of that opportunity, or in any way did it change kind of your mentality going shift to shift?
Not so much. I think just with the taxi squad being the way it was and guys being up there, it gave me more ice that I probably wouldn't have gotten with those guys down in the AHL. So I knew I was going to have to take advantage of every opportunity I got. And I think Grammer did a great job of kind of easing me into a role where I could play a lot and get my touches and get my minutes. So it was definitely different because there's another step that you're working towards, going from here to taxi squad and then working on the taxi squad to make the NHL roster. But no, I think it just gave me a little more opportunity in the end, and I just tried to take advantage of it when I could.
Final thoughts from anybody?
Yeah, just one for me, Riley. In Kitchener, you played for Jay McKee, Mike McKenzie. How did you find playing for Neil to be?
I thought it was great. I thought there was a lot of similarities between him and Jay. They're both more players, coaches. I got along with both of them really well, and you could see that everyone kind of got along with them really well. They're both extremely nice people, hardworking guys. They're guys that you want to play for, and you want to put your best foot forward for because they're doing the same for you. They show up to the rink every day and put the work in. That makes you want to do the same thing. So I got a humongous amount of respect for both of them, and can't wait to be back next year.
Thank you.